everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited you decided to join me today, not only because you actually decided to join me, but also because we're building with infants, because the infant update just came out, so I'm very excited. We're building an apartment just because I really wanted to, get my hands on it, kind of see what I could do with just what came out in the base game, and I really liked how this apartment came out. We're going for 3 under 3, so we have a newborn, we have an infant, and we have a toddler, and this is a hectic house. I can almost guarantee it, but I imagined that the mom was a stay-at-home mom, and then the dad was probably like a doctor or a nurse or a surgeon, somewhere in the medical field where he would be on call, and maybe that like is kind of a point of like contention in their relationship, but they're really making it work for their kids, and not that they're going to break up or anything, but maybe it just like caused a little bit of issues or drama. But I really had a hard time fitting this floor plan into this because I really wanted to have 2 bedrooms. I could have made it work. 3 bedrooms. I could have made it work with 2 bedrooms, but I really wanted to try to make it a little bit better for the kids. I imagine that maybe this family just kind of is starting to outgrow their space, and maybe now they're starting to look for their home. Before they maybe had, like, they just imagine that they're a toddler, and then maybe they'd have another one shortly down the road, and then all of a sudden they just kind of had a whoopsie, and now they have a little bit too many for what they can hold, so maybe now they're looking into trying to save it for a house as opposed to just finding a bigger apartment, or maybe they do want to find a bigger apartment. I guess it's kind of up to you how you want to play, but in my mind I imagine that they maybe were starting to look for an apartment, or maybe they were like, all right, this is enough kids, we only have 3 bedrooms, and there's 5 of us now. But I really like how this one came out. I really hated not being able to use my mods, though. I hate that after an update, the mods don't work, but I managed to get through it okay. Last night I really wanted them, but then I kept them in, and then I went to do some gameplay, and it was just kind of not working right, and I know it's not good for my game to keep the mods in there. I could jeopardize losing some stuff, so I was like, it's not worth it. It's not working the way I want it to. I'll just have to wait. But we're currently cluttering up kind of the entryway. I have this cupboard, I have some snacks, there's some gym equipment. I imagine the mom gets some home workouts in, just because it would probably be really hard to leave the house with 3 under 3. And now we're going to not decorate, but kind of clutter up. I kind of like put everything where I wanted it in like the main living spaces, and now we're just kind of going back and decorating or cluttering it up a little bit, because I imagined this place was not entirely clean. I imagine that it's like pretty tidy, like everything kind of has its space, but also everything is kind of everywhere. Like there's wipes everywhere, there's toys pretty much everywhere, but it's all kind of in neatly stacks. Like it's intentionally meant to be there. Like, yeah, we'll leave some wipes and some diapers out in the living room because I don't want to walk all the way to one of the rooms if it's just smelly diaper. I need to straggle one, or not straggle, but kind of like what is it like? Kind of just like capture, not like capture, but just like grab, like swoop one up and like get that taken care of. And then the dining area has 2 high chairs, and 2 regular chairs. So once the newborn ages up, hopefully the toddler also ages up, and then you would probably have to have one eat at this kitchen island, so the kitchen peninsula, I should say. But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of like parenthood and like the new base game stuff, and then a lot of the clutter kits in this build. I didn't try to limit packs at all, but I'm really, really excited for the new EP that comes out tomorrow, Growing Together, obviously, and I can't wait to see what's all in that and how I can build with it. I know I had mentioned that I was going to try to do an extra video with the EP maybe on Friday, but I don't think I'll have enough time. I work at a sports bar, like an Irish sports bar, and so it's St. Patrick's Day on Friday, so I will definitely be working a lot this weekend, so I won't have enough time to make a video that I'll be proud of. So yeah, I'm really sorry about that, but the video on Sunday will definitely include the new EP, so don't worry about that. We will be posting on Sunday, because obviously I can't stay away for too long, especially with the new EP. But expect a lot of family content in this coming month. I know it's gonna be pretty much like every other Sims YouTubers page, but how can you not be excited about families and infants. It just, it was so exciting. I couldn't wait to get home and start playing with it. And then I'm doing like my own, like kind of not so berry challenge, and they just had an infant, and oh my gosh, the infants are adorable. They're so cute. If you haven't got to do any gameplay, they're really cute. I imagine that the expansion pack is going to make them a little bit more, kind of like what they showed off on the live stream, a little bit more dependent on adults. But in just the base game, it doesn't seem like they need those milestones to get to do anything. So I guess that's kind of sad, but I mean, I guess I can kind of understand, but I like the realism that it would have added if they would have added like milestones to the base game. But obviously I'm not in charge of that, but anyway, we're just finishing up the bathroom. I really like how it ended up coming out with all the cluttered and the toilet, and I have a little toddler potty in here. And now we're going into the parents' room. And in the parents' room is where I added the bassinet for the newborn. I imagine that it was like a pretty fresh newborn, and maybe the infant had been an infant for like a little bit. So I imagine there was like a little bit of a gap there, but obviously it can't be too much of a gap because otherwise there'd be 2 toddlers and 1 newborn and no infants, and that would be kind of sad because infants are the new life stage, so I obviously had to decorate for them. I imagine that I had anticipated going into this and doing a 2 under 2 apartment and kind of doing an infant and a toddler, but I was like, I want to challenge myself a little bit more, and so that's why I did 3 under 3, which is also something that you don't usually hear that much, because usually people with 2 under 2 are like, no, we're not having another one. Another thing that made me really sad was that there was no base game changing table, which is like devastating. Like, why would you not include? But I guess it kind of like makes people want to buy the pack, which I understand, but I really wish there would have been like some more gameplay, like not really gameplay, but like more like actual furniture that was added to the base game with infants, other than I guess they added like cribs and stuff and like some toys, but I wish there was like a changing table in the base game now. But I guess we'll have to wait for the EP for that, I suppose. But yeah, I'm just kind of cluttering up this bedroom. As I said, I imagine the mom was like a stay-at-home, and I imagine she's like kind of sort of into plants. Like she enjoys plants a little bit. That's kind of like why I chose the banana leaf wallpaper, and also I haven't used it in forever, and it's gorgeous, and it's in the base game, so like I had to use it. But obviously this game is in base game. I know I keep saying base game, but like in this room already we have like Dream Home Decorator, Nifty Knitting, I think that's, and then the Blooming Rooms, and now Vintage Glamour, and now the Clutter Kit. And as I add more stuff, it just obviously keeps accumulating. On this side, I added this little notebook I figured it's the mom side. But I added a notebook because I imagine that maybe she was like keeping track of the feedings or something. Like she likes to like keep track of, or maybe if the baby's sick, she's like just kind of keeping track. And then I put a phone and keys on the dad's side. That's usually how I, show that they like are like their job has an on-call portion, so that they can just grab their phone and their keys and then just boot out the door and go save someone's life probably, or help save someone's life. But now we're over here in the infant's room, and I had originally had this been the toddler's room because I wanted the infant to be closer to the parents, but there's not that much I could have put in it because the toddler's room is like really big. Like I end up fitting the tent from Dream Home Decorator in it. Like, that's huge. Another thing that I had noticed with gameplay is that diapers, like, just spawn now. Like, they don't just automatically go away. So I tried to put a trash can there. I can't remember if on the live stream that they said the trash can, like, it'll automatically go in the trash can or not if you have it, like, close to where you change their diapers. So hopefully that's what happens. But if not, I mean, it's right there. It's closer than the one in the kitchen. I didn't put one in the toddler's room. And also, I can never find a use for that curtain that I just put in here. But it looks so good with this base game wallpaper and kind of the color scheme I was going for in here. And it's just chef's kiss. So good. And then I love this little bookshelves that came with. Like, they gave a lot of great clutter items. But they didn't give a lot of, like, furniture items in the update, which is kind of sad, but they did just add like a whole life state, so I understand. And also I finally found a way to use this shelf, because of the space game shelf I can never find a way to use it, and with wipes and like a little diaper cream it looks adorable. I was like, wow, this is perfect. I finally can use this, and like never am able to use it. But that's pretty much it for the toddler's room. Not for the toddler, for the infant. Now we're going into the toddler's room. But the toddler's room is the last room I'm going to decorate, and there's not too much here. I imagine the toddler was kind of into dinosaurs and just kind of was enjoying all of the siblings. I imagine there's no like rough, like bad family dynamic there. But this apartment is available on the Sims 4 gallery if you'd like to download it. It can be found under my Origin ID, alisonlogue, or under hashtag alpalsgames, or under hashtag alpal. And if you also enjoyed the video, I'd really, really, really appreciate it if you give the video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you can join me next time I post a video, which will be on Sunday. And we are like 99.9999% building with the EP. So please come back if you want to see how I kind of attack that. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!